Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you, I can pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here lesson real quick. Over this here video, I came across, you can see the title of the video here on the screen. But nevertheless, I came across this here video, which I found kind of interesting now, because some of these Edomites are kind of waking up to the fact of, oh shit, the Most High is now plaguing us because of what we've done to the apple of his eye, So here's a little video clip I'm going to play. Basically, it's going to explain itself, But nevertheless, hey, man, hey, you see it play out right now. Though he sought it carefully with tears, there's no place of repentance that was found for him. All right, these are these Edomites. Hey, man, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, this is what your power, man. All right, this is what Yahweh is doing for you, man. He's about to send his son Yahushua to come deliver you, man. All right, this is what your power, the power of Israel, is doing right now for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Crumbling the whole globe all at one time, destroying all the heathens all at the same time. All right, and again, Esau was already getting it with the opioid deaths and death by despairs and so on and so forth. They was already killing themselves to begin with and killing up their families, and the kids were shooting up the schools. So they was doing a good job of killing themselves off already. It was already an epidemic on them already killing themselves, man. All right, but nevertheless, really a pandemic, because it wasn't just here in America. It was in some of these other European countries as well too, where they was actually killing themselves in high numbers. But nevertheless, mainly here in Babylon. All right, these Edomites have been dropping like flies from other events, but now all of a sudden, you have this new situation going on right now. You got the whole globe pretty much, stopped at a standstill right now, man. All right, you have the whole globe at a standstill right now, and mainly, it started over there in China or whatnot. But then, now they're saying, basically, well, I mean, it keep changing up now, but nevertheless, it's still in the Edomites' presence. They pretty much the epicenter of this whole pandemic right now. First it was where was it at over there in damn, it was somewhere over there in Europe. It just slipped my mind right now. But nevertheless, Spain's got high numbers too. But there was another spot over there where it was kind of like high up in numbers, or Italy as well. But there was another spot over there. But nevertheless, I mean, they was over there dominating the numbers. All right, but now they saying that America has surpassed all that. New York City is pretty much the epicenter of it. But hey, man, these numbers keep the rate of these numbers keep doubling, tripling, quadrupling up. Hey, man, this shit is a blessing, man. This is a blessing that the Most High is by whatever means, whether Esau's doing his shit behind the scenes, or they, because also the scriptures talk about he has but a short time, so he's coming down with great wrath. He's trying to implement that new world order. So, and about the Georgia Godstones and stuff like that. But hey, it's all coming to the same ends, man. All right, the Most High is destroying these nations for the children of Israel, for the recompensing these nations for what they did. All right, so that's a beautiful thing that you actually you behold in your power work in your eyes, man. All right, hey, what's another beautiful thing is the fact of the matter of, just at the end of, I think it was the end of last year, a couple months ago, man. Maybe all of last year, all of 2019, man. So-called Negroes was over here like it was some new shit. Oh, we're going to start talking about reparations now. We're going to start talking about reparations. We want reparations. And the so-called white man here in America said that he couldn't afford to give you so-called Negroes no reparations. It was just, it was impossible to do, it would bankrupt the country. But all of a sudden, over a couple days, you know what I'm saying, out of a 3-week situation, they didn't find out how to make up some money and not only, pay so-called Negroes reparations, but they writing checks to everybody, man. All right, so hey, man, this is the damn devil that we've been exposing this whole time, man. Now he's showing his true horns, man. But nevertheless, the Most High is bringing the ends to all this, man. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. All right, so I'm gonna play this here video of these damn Edomites, all right, and what they doing in church, man. Hey, this is beautiful, man. You beholding, man, every day that you wake up, man, you seeing the Lord with swift judgment, man. Swift judgment, man. We're gonna go ahead and play this here video, man.
To all the ways, both large and small, all of them evil, all of them wrong, for all the oppression.
Salakia.
Please forgive us.
I hope you can hear it.
As I speak, I'm going to ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me.
And I believe, this is a 2020 U.S. presidential candidate, man. Hey, man, it's beautiful that the Most High got these damn Edomites on their knees. They on their knees right now, shaking in their boots. They about to meet Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. They finna feel the wrath of the Most High raining down on their ass, man. These Edomites can't sleep right now, man. They living in a nightmare, man. It's Friday the 13th every day for these Edomites, man. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah got these Edomites trembling, man. Terrorists is gonna make them afraid on all sides, man. These terrorists is gonna bring him to the king of terrors, man. The so-called white man played a wonderful devil, man. He played a wonderful devil, man. This nigga has been the world top, the top terrorist of the whole planet Earth. But his ass finna be brought to the king of terrors, man. These Edomites is shaking in their boots right now. They don't know what the fuck is going on, man. You cough around the Edomite, man, they might just be able to give up the ghost, man. These Edomites is shaking, bro. Oh, it's lovely.
On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country, to you and all African Americans.
Hey, Salakia. But that's the power of the Most High, man. These proud-ass Edomites would never do this shit under no circumstances. Would they ever admit none of this shit? Even come out the woodwork, they keep on with their racism, but they starting to see their population. Everything just collapsed overnight, man. Talk about a thief in the night for real, bro. They woke up one morning and they was in hell, bro. And now all of a sudden they crying out to the Most High like, look, listen, God. We know we fucked up, God. We know we had these niggas in slavery. We knew it was wrong. We knew the whole fucking time. We knew we knew we could have stopped being racist if we really wanted to. Because it just took 3 fucking weeks of these niggas getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Call hello, yeah, Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. Hey, man, I'm laughing because the worst ain't even hit yet, man. This is just the beginning of sorrows, man. The Most High is finna turn up and open up a can of whoop ass on you goddamn Edomites and you other heathen nations. And 2/3 of Israel, man.
From the beginning of our nation's history, in honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children, please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against Black people in America. From slavery to lynchings to white supremacist laws to the denial of voting rights to all the ways, both large and small, all of them evil, all of them wrong, for all the oppression and all of the injustices. I apologize. Please forgive.
Hey, man, it took like 3-4 weeks of these niggas getting sick. The economy crashing. The whole world stopping and shutting down. Motherfuckers ain't going to work. For them to be like, all right, the gig is up. We knew everything the fuck we was doing. We knew what the fuck we was doing the whole time. See what I'm saying? This is why we call them the damn devil, man. Because these people look like they probably are in church, but I'm talking to this presidential candidate. For 9 times out of 10, these ain't the people that's rolling around, screaming so-called racial slurs out the window to you, talking about, you know what I'm saying, with a rebel flag out or whatever, whatnot. Some of them might be, the majority of them, they just like so-called, what people here in America will call so-called good white people, right? They nice. Hey, how's it going, Johnny, or whatever, whatnot. But the fact of the matter, the silence that they keep and not speaking out on their injustice, it took for something to be happening to them, all right? For them to start getting sick, for them to start getting hurt, for them to start feeling the pain, all right? For them to start apologizing for the shit that they've been doing to us. But the whole time we was crying out, obviously we was under these curses and we was put here, until we was going to be delivered according to the scriptures. But just to show our people the damn devil, man. Even when the devil come looking like this, little Susie Q, somebody grandmama and shit like that, man, they know what they doing the whole time, man. They over there like, well, I don't know why sometimes this and that, or they keep quiet about this, but behind closed doors, they speak about this, man. They know about all this. This is why it just rolled off their tongue so easily. It's not like some foreign language, like, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? I apologize for some words I don't even know what that word mean. I don't know if I'm gonna apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even know what that is. No, they knew exactly what the hell they've been doing, man. She lists a whole list of things, like, yeah, we've been telling y'all this shit since I don't know when, you know. But all of a sudden now, because they getting sick, hey, because the Most High's got, man.
For the denial of any civil rights, for inequalities in criminal justice, to any instances of police brutality, to the denial of opportunity for...
Hang on, time out. You see what I mean? So, we didn't just see in the news recently some unarmed Jake getting shot by the police. Not that I can recall. You know, there ain't no march over some unarmed Jake recently just getting shot in the news or on TV. You know, that's not playing in the news, right? It's like now all of a sudden oh yeah. They can think about when Jake getting shot down, but when they seen the videos and shit like that of it actually happening, like, yo, brother, you just rolled up on a little kid playing in a park and just shot him. He ain't even asked to do nothing. You just shot the kid. You know what I'm saying? Or you just killed this person or whatever. What? And I rolled up in their apartment and just shot him. You know what I'm saying? And you see all these videos and they're like, we don't know what happened. We don't know the full story, so on and so forth. But a couple of them getting sick or whatever, whatnot, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, they freaking out, man.
Economic injustice, for any ways that a racial element has played into the perpetration of injustice. I apologize. Please forgive us. Emancipation Proclamation, the 13th Amendment, which abolishes slavery. A presidential pen could end, and a constitutional amendment could end the evil institution. But racism didn't end. No presidential pen or constitutional amendment could eradicate racism. It could eradicate the institution, which was a manifestation of that. There are certain things the government's not going to do, so where does it begin? It begins with us, and that begins with atonement.
All right, that's where we're gonna start off at. We're just gonna begin with atonement. Well, we actually not gonna start. We're gonna start somewhere else. Something else came to mind. What's it? Yep. So like it. This is Daniel chapter. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start somewhere else. You know what? Well, I'll start at verse 2 for time's sake, because I got a couple scriptures popping into mind. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right, so hey, you know, ultimately they're gonna all be brought down to the Middle East. All right, where they're gonna take part in World War III. They're gonna be fighting amongst themselves, destroying themselves, and then Yahweh Shah is gonna return with the heavenly host, man, and then finish up the job, man. All right, ultimately, but all this is coming because of why? It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right, because why? They touched the apple of the Most High's eyes, man. All right, what I was going to go into is verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people. Now, envision this. This is actually, you know, going into what? The transatlantic slave trade, all right? And if you know your history about all that, you know what I'm saying? These are these prophecies that we know that came to pass. This is how we know who we are in these modern day times, man. All right, Joel 3:3, they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. You know, they were basically selling little boys into so-called prostitution into these damn Edomite men, man. And when you look at it, fast forward till today, all right, if you want to so-called get on and be a entertainer or whatever, whatnot, you know, you got to go on a casting couch. All right, now they do this for both men and women. All right, but nevertheless, it says, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And you know, now if you go into the history, you'll find out that they was trading what was it, rum, muskets, and prostitution, basically. All right, in the slave trade, you know. So, and you know, you talk to some of these Africans and they'd be like, damn, the so-called white man started selling us guns, right? And they would go out and you know, basically round up Jakes, you know what I'm saying, to start selling them or whatever, whatnot. But then, you know, the money was getting good. They was buying guns, or really the guns was getting good, you know what I'm saying? And so they kept building up armies and shit like that, and they just wound up fighting amongst each other, pretty much wiping out their own male population, which that was, a gift destroyed at the heart, man, because Esau gave them damn guns, what I'm saying? They wound up working their own people, or killing off a lot of their own people, so when the white man came in, it was easy for him to conquer their ass, man, all right? But nevertheless, it says, verse 4 says, yea, what do you have to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? All right, now, this could also basically be applied to these damn Edomites, because the lady was asking for atonement, forgiveness, right? It says, will you render me a recompense? Like, you gonna pay me back? You know what I'm saying? It says, and if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? All right, see, it's gonna be, come on, man, you're gonna be rejected. Verse 5, because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. All right, that's, not only did, these, especially these Edomites, that, they didn't sack the damn temple, all right, and took all the, all that stuff. They got it in the museums and whatever, whatnot, and some of them is hidden in the Vatican or whatever, whatnot. But ultimately, they stole the jewels of the Most High, man, the apple of his eye, man, the children of Israel. All right, like we can read up a little bit, a couple verses up. They how to say, part of the land. It says right here, it says, whom they have scattered among Salak. It says, and will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. All right, so, not only did they, divide up the land or whatever, whatnot, they took it, you know what I'm saying? But they also took us into captivity and divided us up amongst these nations, man. All right. So it says, because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children of Judah, the so-called, the so-called Negroid tribes, so-called Negroes, the so-called Haitians, the so-called, how you would call it, West Indies, you know what I'm saying? It says, the children of Judah, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, talking about the northern kingdom, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, all right? So it says, the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, all right? Because up above, higher up, is talking to the Africans, in the slave trade. They sold so-called Negroes into captivity unto the so-called white man, right? Who was posing as the Grecians, Alexander the Greek. All right, it says, the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. All right, so it said, behold, I will rouse them up out of the place whether you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for Yahweh have spoken it. And ultimately, yeah, we about to take these nations into captivity, man. All right, but see, they took us into captivity. Now let's go over to Daniel. All right, and like homegirl was admitting all those things that they was wound up doing with their how you say, unjust justice system and things like that, or racially profiling and redlining, all the crazy bullshit. We've been bringing it out, you know what I'm saying, but it's already been brought out, and the things that they got written down in books, man. All right, and just listening to stories from just so-called first-hand testimonials of how Esau been getting down on Jake, man. All right, all these different things, which they knew that they was doing the whole time. They was just playing dumb. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, man. No, we're not racist. There may be a few bad apples, but we're not bad people altogether. Look stuff we've given the world, but now you being revealed as the damn devil, man, the one that destroyed the whole earth, man. All right. Daniel 9:12 says, he has confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us. All right, which is talking about, you can go to, what is it, Deuteronomy 28 verse 15 on down to 64, dealing with the curses, because the whole chapter of Deuteronomy 28, starting at the top, it'll tell you about the contract that we basically made with the Most High, man. All right, if we follow his law, statutes, commandments, we would be, he set us up above these nations and bless us and multiple other ways. But if we didn't, and we went off a horn after these other gods, all right, we was going to get a punishment, all right? And so, that's pretty much what wound up happening. That's what it says. Let me read it again, Daniel 9:12. And he had confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, It says, by bringing upon us this great evil, for under the whole heaven hath not been done as have been done unto Jerusalem. All right, now this great evil is what? First and foremost, talking about, like I was just saying, Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 to 68, the curses, all right, that he spoke about, aforetime, and we wrote it down and we could read it, you know what I'm saying, and like I said, Deuteronomy 28, but nevertheless, not only was that great evil, the curses fell upon us, but what? Part of those curses was Esau, Edom, man, the so-called white man, all right? It says, let me read it all over again. It says, and he hath confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done unto Jerusalem. So the most atrocities, the most atrocious things, the most violent, wicked things that has ever been done to human beings on the planet Earth happened to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and mainly by the hand of these Edomites, all right, you so-called white people, all right? And as you see, now that the Most High is bringing down his here judgment on them, all right, for touching the apple of his eye, all right, now these nations are coming forth and confessing. Man, all black people over here pressing them. It ain't no Martin Luther King situation right now where you got a bunch of so-called Negroes marching on Congress lawn, at the White House, partitioning. You ain't got no so-called black man running for president. Like, come on, we need change right now, and they forcing them to go in there and change some laws or apologize or acknowledge certain. Ain't nobody pressing them right now, man. This is the Most High that's pressing them right now, man. All right, bringing down this here judgment on these damn heathen, man. All right, so I'm gonna go from there to I got a couple scriptures in my. You know what? I'm gonna get that a little later. You know what? I'm all right. So I didn't want to spend too much time in this book because there's a lot I can get in here. Oh man. All right. So Ezekiel 35:5, it says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity and the time of their iniquity had an end." You know, because after the so-called, like Homegirl said, after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, all right, basically, you know, and then they made these amendments, all right, they so-called free slavery, or you know, ended so-called, well, they transferred slavery from from private to public, you know what I'm saying? Now you have to work for these companies and stuff or whatever, whatnot, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, at that point in time, you know, they were supposed to stop with all this stuff, but you know, a lot of these atrocities really started happening in those times, the lynching, you know, all these different things, all these really the barbecues, and you know, them burning us alive, cutting off, you know, our rods and things like that, you know, Planned Parenthood and the projects and all these different things, the Tuskegee experiment, all these things happened after the fact that they so-called free slavery. Kept going, man. And like Homegirl said, man, hey, man, for all these different atrocities we've done, we apologize. And like I said, ain't nobody pressing them right now. I'm like, acknowledge these things that you've done. Nobody's making them acknowledge that but the Most High, man. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. It says, verse 6, "Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." And hey, it's beginning right now, man. All right. You know, we can read a whole lot of that, but oh man, this whole thing would be good. But I wanted to grab some other scripts real quick. I didn't want to make this too long. Ezekiel 25:12, it says, "Thus saith Yahweh power, because that Edom has dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them." All right, just like how the lady was admitting to in the damn video about all the different things, man. He was like, "We're sorry for all these things. We was wrong, man. We was bullying y'all. We understand now." Like, look, we was wrong, bro. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, will I also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword." All right. So, I mean, we can read, you know, verse 14. This is going into a later prophecy. "And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh power," man. And really, right now, see, we ain't even put our hands on them right now. That's, like I said, man, it's beautiful, man. They had these opioid deaths, man. All right, you got these suicides, death by despair, man. The farmers just committing suicide and so on and so forth. The school shootings, they killing up their own kids out there, man. All right, and now you got the coronavirus apparently killing up all these damn Edomites as well too. And if not that, you know what I'm saying? They losing their jobs, they losing the stock, you know, they 401ks and savings in the stock market and whatever whatnot, and going off and committing suicide and killing up the whole family, man. That, you know, they're not really reproducing. You know what I'm saying? They been exterminated and eradicated right before your eyes, and nobody ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Nobody waging war against them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody over here. You ain't got like a bunch of people going on rampages killing these people up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got their little sword, they guns and stuff. Who they gonna shoot at? They gonna shoot at the coronavirus? They gonna shoot at their jobs missing? You know what I'm saying? It ain't nobody really physically, you know, putting their hands on them right now at this point in time. But all of a sudden, you know, they just dropping like flies anyway. All right. But hey, it's ultimately it's the Most High that's bringing down this here judgment upon it, man. All right. Let me grab Jeremiah. Jeremiah 30 and 16, it says, therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be as spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right, and that's ultimately what you start seeing, you know, going on right now, man. All these nations is catching judgment right now, man, on a you know what they call a global scale, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're not getting hit with the coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? The economies is all being shut down. Everybody's being shut down, and everybody losing out economically. You having a global economic meltdown right before your eyes, man. Something that ain't never happened before. All right, you ain't never had all these businesses closed down, all these businesses, all these Edomite businesses. You know what I'm saying? Even if they got these little fast food jump offs open, you know what I'm saying? It's only the drive through. Any restaurant or whatever, whatnot, it's only open through the drive through or whatever. You know, so they losing major business, man. A lot of people are laying off or whatever, whatnot, man. Hey, who own all these businesses, man? Who economy's over here tanking, man? These Edomites is catching from all in. Let me grab that. Well, let me read this again. It says, therefore all that devour thee shall be devoured. All right. So, hey, look at all these different nations right now getting shook right now, man. All these different nations had a hand in our downfall and also had a hand in keeping us down, man. All right. And licking our wounds while we was down, man. All right. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, man. And that's the end all be all for these different nations, man. They're going to all go into captivity. They're about to be subjugated unto the powers that you know of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, all right, and the nation of Israel, man. We about to have these nations in captivity, man. That's what's next on the fourth. Well, it's gonna get way worse, but ultimately this is what's coming next, man. All right, you living in a time where there's a change of the guard, all right, as far as who running the planet right now, man. According to Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right, and according to what? First Maccabees 1 and 1. You can go into that where it's talking about, and it happened when the son of Philip, Alexander, you know, came out the woodwork or whatever, whatnot, and started spoiling these nations and started going to war. You know what I'm saying? That's when Edom first started taking over whatever, whatnot. You know, that was the beginning half of his rule. All right, now we're living at the end of his rule, man. Now he being taken out of power. And then you can also go to, man, what was that other precept I had? You know, because I was going to grab this, see, I got to grab him while I'm thinking about him. Straight to the point. Second Ezra 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so Esau is the so-called white man, and Jacob is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the children of Israel. All right, and as you see right now, all right, the so-called white man is rapidly falling out of power, man. Rapidly falling out of power, man. And we ain't even got to World War III yet, man. All right, but nevertheless, you know, all these nations are actually being crumbled right before your eyes. But nevertheless, the so-called white man, hey, man, he don't know what's going on. Oh, that was what I was going to grab. Let me grab that real quick. Well, yeah, I can read all of this. Maybe I'll close out with this. Let me think of any other precepts. Oh yeah, I gotta get one more precept after this. You know, this is Job 18. I'm gonna start at 18 and 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. And we witnessing this right now, man. It's the downfall of the so-called white man, live in effect, man. Hey, you watching? Hey, nowadays you can literally turn on the news, right? The mainstream media news, and you can literally watch the downfall of Babylon, man. The downfall of Esau, Edom, man. All right, so they ain't got no more. Hey, the Most High is starting to take over this here judgment come 2020, man. All right, and so now you ain't got no more really, you ain't really got to hear about a whole lot of super fake stories or whatever, whatnot, because shit, judgment going out so bad they can't even hide the shit no more, man. All right, you know, you don't have these little stories like, ain't nobody talking about R. Kelly and his little sex shit no more. You know what I'm saying? How they be trying to distract people with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody worried about R. Kelly and his little bullshit going on right now, man. All right, these Edomites are scared as fuck right now, man. All right, it says, yeah, I guarantee these white folks will probably forgive R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all these other folks if they could just get rid of the coronavirus, man, or whoever. They'll probably forgive Bin Laden and shit, man. All right, Job 18:5, it says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Because, this is going into what his so-called wisdom and shit like that. That's why, you see him right now scrambling, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what the fuck to do on either side. Well, we should do this, we should do that. And, they talk about how Trump cut, like, some emergency, basically this thing that will basically help them out right now, an emergency contingency plan a couple of years back. But nevertheless, now when it came into effect, and other things like that, they just, oh, well, we shouldn't shut down businesses and things just yet, or we shouldn't stop, order people to lock down just yet. Then all of a sudden they go like, oh shit, we gotta lock everything down. It's a little too late now, so they just all so-called confused right now, man. They don't know what the fuck to do, man. They just, you see, they apologize to these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Well, they was talking to the so-called Negroes, but ultimately, they, all the way around to Jake. But, you know what I'm saying? You see, hey, this is unprecedented, man. These so-called Edomites in large mass like this would never, that's a Jedi mind trick right there. You ask them, hey, did your forefathers fight for this land? Yeah, my forefathers fought for this land. They died for this land. I'm a true American. Like, okay, well, who did your foreparents fight for this land? Like, what you mean? What about the Native Americans? Who killed all them off? Like, oh no, my parents didn't have anything to do with that. Like, well, what you mean? Thought they fought for this country, right? You know what I'm saying? Or did your foreparents have slaves? No, not my family. No, we wasn't here no, we didn't have any slaves or whatever, whatnot, or only a small percentage had slaves or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? They'll always say some things like that. But I thought this was your land. When did you come over here? How come none of these so-called white people had anything to do with the oppression of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? But now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Y'all so shook, y'all don't know what the fuck to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to call out to the real God after all these years of denying him and, oh, that doesn't exist, and we're just, we Darwinism or evolution, whatever, whatnot. They be coming up with their philosophies. Now they getting on the right track. Like, look, Lord, shit, we fucked up, bro. We know we fucked up, and now we know you about to bring that judgment. We want to cry out wolf and cry sorry now, but it ain't gonna work out, man. All right. Verse 7, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Like I was just going into, they go, oh, well, we're not gonna close about it. Then all of a sudden they gotta panic and close everything down. All right. Verse 8, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The gin shall take him up by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. All right, because ultimately, we keep going. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and the trap for him in the way. All right, because ultimately, what is that? Obadiah 1:7. His basically they that eat his bread, his allies or whatever, whatnot, they're gonna bring him out to war, bring him even to the borders and things like that. And then we also read in Joel, he's gonna bring him to the valley of Yehoshaphat, and plead with them there for his people. All right, so they're gonna ultimately be brought out, and then they're gonna ultimately gonna be wasted with these thermonuclear missiles. All right, but it says terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. The firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. You see, the so-called white man has been the global terrorist on the planet Earth since he came into power, man. And he played a perfect role, man. He was the perfect damn devil on the planet Earth. But now this nigga shaking in his boots, man. Now this nigga done converted and want to be, not to say be converted and want to be religious now, but now he want to go cry out to the Most High. Like, all right, look, man, look, we sorry for what we did. We know we fucked up, and so on and so forth, man. All right. Oh, I got to grab that before I close, too. Let me just read down a little bit more. It says, verse 15, he shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. Going into those nukes, his root shall be dried up beneath, and he shall be cut off, and above his branch shall be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth. He shall have no name in the streets. He shall be driven from the light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, and they that went before him were frightened. Surely such are the dwelling of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. All right, because see, now all of a sudden they want to just wake up to the fact that, oh shit. Well, let me grab it in the scriptures, because this is also playing out right now as we speak too. I think it's like verse 3. we're going to get to the point. Wisdom of Solomon 5:3. And they repented. Now, these is these damn Edomites, right? That you just seen on the video, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, because why? They being afflicted by these damn plagues, man. All right, the fear of the coronavirus, the economic collapse. All right, everything just collapsing around them, man. All right, just the fact, the fear that the Most High is putting on their ass is making them tremble enough, man. The death by despairs. You know what I'm saying? All these people losing their jobs. All right, they don't know what the fuck to do. They done lost their 401k, man. They don't know what to do, man. They shaking in their boots right now, man. And they got basically a soft martial law on lockdown. They don't think that America is finished. I thought Donald Trump was gonna make America great again, and in just a couple weeks, this whole shit just vanished, man. This shit is like a ghost town around here, man. They closed up shop around here, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. You know, like the lady was going into, you know, about the wickedness of their justice system, the racism. They're like, yeah, we on paper, you know, so-called freed them from the slave plantations, but we didn't undo the racism that was there. You know, we were still gonna sit there and you know, be racist to them or whatever, whatnot. You know, just like you got a bully that's bullying a kid in school, and he keep, you know, punching the kid all the time, giving the kid black eyes, whatever, whatnot. Now you finally tell the kid, like, all right, you can't put your hands on the kid no more. But now the bully keep coming around, and he's still talking junk to the kid all day long, man. You know what I'm saying? And telling him this and telling him that. You know, you said you couldn't punch him no more, but he over here shoving him and taking his books, taking his lunch and flipping his tray over, man. The kid's still getting bullied, right? You know what I'm saying? You're just not punching him in the face no more, man. All right, that's really pretty much the only difference. But you know what I'm saying? These Edomites, you know what I'm saying? They now they all of a sudden they want to be sorry. Now they want to start asking Jake to start praying for them, pray for America, pray for America, pray for us, pray black people, pray for us. We're sorry, we understand, we acknowledge, so on and so forth, man. You know, but it's a little too late for all that, man. You should never put your finger on us, man. You know, that was pretty much when you sealed your deal. But ultimately, you was just playing to the hand of the Most High, man, because all things was created for the Most High, even the wicked, man. All right, and they did destruction. All right. I'm going to read it again, verse 3. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end without honor. Yeah, because like a month, 2 months ago, man, we was just some niggas, man. We wish you niggas would put your fucking pants up and stop smoking your Black and Milds and stop buying your Air Jordans and riding around on your spinners and bumping that hip hop and sagging your pants. We're tired of you niggers. We you wetbacks, we want you to go home. We're going to build a wall. Just a week ago, that's what they was, or just like a month ago, that's what the fuck they were saying. But now they, oh God, we sorry, black people, we sorry. We sorry, black people. We sorry, black people. We fucked up. Black people, we know we fucked up. We sorry. Please just take the coronavirus away. Give us our money back. We sorry. We don't want to lose everything. We don't want you guys to enslave us. Hey, man, now it's all coming to pass, man. Now they crying out to God now. You know, they trying to apologize to us and cry out to God, man. Like, hold up, man. You know, you ever thought about that? If white people ever actually did apologize, like, you know what? We fucked up. We sorry. We did. What would your reaction really be? Because we so used to these niggas playing it off like they ain't never, like, this nigga ain't gonna acknowledge this. You know he was wrong. Like, he's trying to get, like, a cop to acknowledge that he done planted some dope in your car. They'd be like, man, that ain't my dope, nigga. I don't know where the fuck that came from. This nigga planted that shit. I'd be like, man, you planted, you know, you talk to the guy, man, he planted that shit. Now, what if the cop actually like, you know what? I did plant this shit. What would your reaction really be? Like, oh, shit. This motherfucker, what? That's like right now, what? Wait a minute. What the fuck are they saying? Apologizing. Hey, man, the only thing I can say is call Halal Yahabashim Al-Shah, man. He got these people terrified, man. All right? Continuing on. It says, let me read all the way through 3. It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end without honor. How was he numbered among the children of the Most High and his lot among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shone unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. So all these missionaries and proclaiming white Jesus around the planet Earth, in like a month, 2 months, these motherfuckers, all right, white Jesus is fake. You know what I'm saying? We stole all this shit. You know, basically this is what they coming out saying. You know what I'm saying? They acknowledging that they didn't wrong black people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't apologize to the Arabs and shit like that. What's the significance of them apologizing to so-called Negroes? Now, they bombed the shit out of some Arabs. They bombed the shit out of some Vietnamese people, some Cambodian people. They bombed the shit out of a lot of people, some Japanese people. They ain't over there apologizing to them motherfuckers right now. Oh, we sorry, Japanese Hiroshima, Nagasaki citizens for bombing y'all and killing y'all, and Iraqi people for bombing y'all and killing y'all, and Vietnamese. They not apologizing to them. Why they apologizing to the so-called Negroes, man? Because they know that this has to do, this is beyond so-called racism. This is biblical, man. This is Jacob versus Esau, man. This is Esau. We're going to get it next. We're going to get it next, man. All right, it says, hey, but this is exactly what we're reading right here, man. It's playing out. All right. Verse 6, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shone unto us, and the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way, and as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. How hath pride profited us, or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us? So see, now they on their knees, they like, all right, we willing to give up everything. Just come on, we sorry, man. Look, please don't hurt us. Don't hurt us no more. Don't kill us all off, man. Please stop, just please. That's what they saying right now, man. This is what you're seeing happen before your eyes as we like right now, man. This is what these Edomites is doing. But these Edomites is not sleeping well. The divorce rate is skyrocketing right now, bro. Like these Edomites is, bro, they only been home for like 2-3 weeks. All right, they only been at home 2-3 weeks. Domestic violent cases is going up like crazy. All right, the police is about to actually stop going to them cases. Like, look, bro, if it ain't something dire, don't call us, bro. And we told you women about this shit, man. You ain't gonna always be able to call 911, man. All right, these Edomite men at home, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't got no sports, can't go out to the bar, can't do the little shit that they've been doing. They stock market is shut down, man. Or it ain't shut down, but they losing major money. They can't go to their Fortune 500 job or they got laid off. You know what I'm saying? They got their wife at the house nagging and she's got an expensive shopping habit or whatever, whatnot. And she's just, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then all of a sudden he getting drunk and he decide he going to load the gun up and kill everybody in the house, man. Or beat his wife and then the police. Come on, man. This is what's going on with these Edomites, man. They flipping out, man. All right, the kids are staying at home from school. They can't go to school and shoot up the kids at school no more. They already known for killing up their parents, man. So they're looking for that in the news coming. They probably won't even show that in the news because they stopped showing all these other deaths. Everything is a coronavirus death now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on amongst these Edomites, man. And these other nations. You see these Moabites, these so-called Chinese people crying out racism, everybody. Now they know what it's like to be a nigga, man. Oh, these people are being rude to us. They acting all racist to us, making these comments towards us and trying to spray us and walking the other way because they think we got the coronavirus. Well, now you so-called, well, the Asians, you know, but really the whole nation know now, all right, now what it's like to feel like to be a so-called black man or Latino or Native American man, all right, walking through a goddamn parking lot and all you hear is doors start locking, these Edomite women or whatever, whatnot, start clenching their purse and shit. Like, bitch, what did I look like stealing from your ass, man? Come on, man. And you clenching that purse really wouldn't stop me from stealing this shit if I really wanted this shit. Like, come on, man. But the fact of the matter, you're going to just automatically assume that and act like that. Now you seeing this happen to these damn Moabites, man. Ain't nobody coming to our Chinese restaurant no more and so on and so forth. Well, we the ones that was supporting your ass, man, because it wasn't Chinese people going to Chinese restaurants and eating the goddamn Chinese food, man, or buying nothing that came. None of the Asians was selling to their own people. Nothing. All right. It was so-called you so-called Negroes that was going up in there, man. You was going to the Chinese food restaurant. You was going to the hair store, the weave store, the nail salon, all this shit. You was the ones providing for these damn Asians. All right. These Moabites. All right. And all of a sudden now, you know, with the coronavirus, you know how Jake back in front of, they got that bullshit over there, whatever, what. No, we ain't going over there. We ain't fucking with them. Some Jake's still fucking with them, you know. But nevertheless, these Moabites work in your neighborhoods. They don't work in their own neighborhoods. There ain't no Chinese restaurants in Chinatown serving the Chinese people like the shit that they serving y'all. They don't even eat that. You ever go in your Chinese food restaurant, you see the family back there eating. They ain't eating nothing that's on the menu, nothing that look like nothing on the menu, man. You know, but now their business is suffering, and now they want to call out for racist acts is being done towards them, and this is unfair, and so on and so forth. Their businesses are being discriminated against, and so on and so forth. Like, man, don't nobody care, man. This is what it was like being a so-called Jake in America, man, a so-called black, Latino, or Native American man here in America, man. This is what it's like walking in our shoes, man. All right, y'all, man, I might catch some, you know, they be like, oh, man, all black men have AIDS. You might catch some around here. Keep your daughters away from them or whatever, whatnot, man. All right, the only thing that your so-called white daughters can catch from a Jake man is feelings, man. That's about it, man. The only thing she'll catch from, you know, a Jake man is some feelings. She might fall in love with his ass, you know. But nevertheless, you know, these Edomites and these damn Moabites are the ones with the shit, man. They be having sex with the animals and eating these abominable animals, man. This is what the hell's going on, man. All right. And what pride has profited us, and what good have riches with our vaunting brought us. See, now they disregarding all these little bullshit, all the shit, all the things they worked for, all the money they amassed, and all they so-called pride is going out the door now that they see the Most High is starting to wake up and bring out this judgment on their ass, man, for things they starting to do, and they can foresee what's coming in the future, man. All right, so I'm going to close out with this. in the book of Hebrews 12:16. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright." All right. "For you knew how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears." And that's what you're seeing right now, man. These cry for repentance. You know, they seeking to please the poor, man. This is what they trying to do right now. They're like, "Oh, forgive us, black people, for all the wrongs we." Now they all of a sudden they oh shit, I done snapped back and got clear memory of all the fucked up shit. I know now we was being racist to y'all the whole. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just forgive us. Just please forgive us. And we we can act like they ain't nothing ever happened. We can go back to our things. We can keep making our money. Stock market will go back up. We can get our 401ks back. We can go back to work. Everything will just go back to hunky dory. We can go back to Beverly Hills and so on and so forth. This is what they think this is going to go on, but what? Though they sought it carefully with tears, there was no place of repentance that was found for him, man. All right, because he was made to be cut off anyway, man. This is the wicked, and the Most High is going to destroy the wicked, man. All right, these Edomites is finished, man. And you watching the downfall of them right now, right before your eyes, man. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying into the elect. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push in truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.